What's going on, everyone? This is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, and I did it, guys. I finally hit 1 million views here on YouTube. It took me a long time, 5-6 years or so, to finally get there, but guys, I did it, and I'm here to talk about how much money YouTube paid me. Before I do that, though, make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends, consider joining the channel, as we're doing a giveaway here in the month of May. You can win all of these amazing comic books from the616comics.com. simply by clicking the join button below, joining me and joining the channel, supporting me for just $1.99 a month. So I just want to talk about a few things before we get into the numbers and all of that. I just want to say that when I first started, I think it was 2019, I had 8 subscribers, and now I'm over 4,000 at this point. And so what I'm trying to say is anyone can do it. If I can do it, you can do it as well. And I also just want to say thank you to anyone that's ever watched my channel, liked it, commented, joined a channel, any channel members ever on my channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, because I was, it took me a long time, about 1.5 years to get monetized. I got monetized for a couple of years, got demonetized, took me a whole year to finally get monetized again, and I'm back, and I finally got there, 1 million views, which may not seem like a lot to most of you. In fact, it's really not. If you look at like shorts views or like bigger channels as well, there's a lot of channels that get like billions of views, right? So for me to get 1 million views over what, 5-6 years is not like amazing, but for me it feels amazing because I put in a ton of work on this channel, and it's a pretty big number, and I'm just excited about it. You know, I was able to do an exclusive variant as well. Shout out to the 616comics.com for helping make that happen. But also, I've just had a great time here on YouTube, getting to know a lot of people, put out some content, and have some fun. You know, even me with 4,000 subs, you know, I still have a ton of videos with less than 100 views. Most of my videos are way under 1,000 views. So I put in a ton of work to get to 1 million views. But let's go ahead and talk about how much money YouTube paid me. All right, guys, we are looking at the cover here on the analytics page, and I clicked on lifetime here so you guys can see, you know, my views, watch time, subscribers, all of that, and how many views I've gotten in the last 48 hours, which is not a lot. I haven't put out any videos since I think Friday. Yeah, we're looking at this right now. We're gonna take a look now at how much money they paid me, but I have this blacked out right here because the estimated revenue that shows here on the top right that's blacked out, I have it blacked out because that also includes super chats, channel memberships, and all of that. We're gonna be looking at specifically just money that YouTube paid me from views, which is actually kind of skewed as well because, you know, the shorts being added on a couple years ago and all of that, there's a lot of people that put out a ton of content on shorts, and I've done so as well. In fact, I want to say like most of my top 10 videos of all time in terms of view count were shorts. So let's go ahead and take a look at how much money they paid me. All right, guys, we're looking right now at how much money YouTube paid me in terms of ads on videos here. You can see that they paid me $1,334.57 on watch page ads, meaning that is money from regular videos, live streams, all of that. And then they paid me another $49.85 off of all of my shorts that I made as well. So obviously, they're gonna pay you a lot more on regular videos, but you're gonna get more views, obviously, off of, you know, shorts videos. And we're gonna go and take a look right now as well at all of my top 10 content in terms of views. But, you know, I went ahead and I added all of my videos together, and I added in, you know, I did some math, some division, all of that. And basically what it turns out to be is, here's how much money you make off of a single view. You make, what, 1/10 of a penny. So every 10 views, you make 1 single penny. So every 100 views, you make 10 cents. This is just on regular videos as well. It's a lot different on shorts, which obviously, since I make comic book content, you're not going to make as much money as you would on, like, you know, if you're talking about finances or education or something like that. You know, it just depends on the content you make. And considering I make comic book content, it is definitely one of the lower CPMs. In fact, I want to say mine is like less than 1.4, which is how much money you make off of every 1,000 views. But again, that's kind of like, it's kind of average for comic book content, in my opinion. But also it's kind of skewed as well because That is in terms of shorts and regular videos added in. I think obviously shorts are going to be way lower than regular videos, but in terms of all of the content I've put out, I think it's like 1.3, what is it, 1.33 on regular videos. So that's not amazing at all. I think it's 1.38 overall. It's not amazing. In fact, I could be doing a lot of other things to make money in terms of making, instead of, using this time to make comic book content on YouTube. But it's been a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends, and I really enjoy making content for YouTube. In fact, I teach how to edit videos, how to, write articles, how to take photos, create graphics, all of that at my main job. So for me to be able to do this on the side as well, it's been a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top 10 content in terms of views here on my channel. Okay, so before we look at the top 10, actually, I wanted to pull this up really quickly. I have 589,000 views lifetime on my channel for shorts. Regular videos, I have 338,000 views all time on my channel. And live streams, I have just over 70,000 views lifetime here on my channel. Again, that's over like 6.5 years at this point. So I'm not surprised that shorts is at the very top, because everyone likes, that 1 minute or less, maybe even 10 seconds or less videos. But man, I really thought my regular videos would be a lot higher in terms of views, considering I've been doing this for a long time. Let's go ahead and take a look now, like I said, at the top 10 videos. All right, guys, now we're gonna take a look at the top 10 videos all time on my channel in terms of views. Number one, it's no surprise, it's a Marvel short. It is Deadpool and Wolverine set photos. These are all photos from the set and also stills that were put out as well. That has 18,677 views. Next up is Superman set photos. Everyone's really excited about Superman coming out here this year. This has 18,371 views. Next up is a video I put out that is talking about my first Whatnot stream and why it did not do well. 5 things I learned and all of that. That actually has 15,000 views. I remember making that video, not thinking it would do very well, but I also put it out, shortly after everyone was coming out with their Whatnot, posts and all of that. And I tried it and it did not do very well. In fact, I've not sold anything on Whatnot since then, but I've purchased many things and I've won a lot of things as well. So, I'm glad that people, liked my first video about Whatnot, and I really liked that, a video that I made has 15,000 views. Next up, comic books to invest in for 2020. This has 11,481 views. I'm not surprised there because this was during COVID. This is when the market was going crazy. So I'm not surprised that video did really well. In fact, I want to say that was the first video that I did that was talking about comic books to invest in for the year. Since then, a lot of other videos that I put out did good, but not as good as that video. In fact, I remember making that video. I look very different in that video. If I could go back, I would have reshot that video at a different time when my hair and face looked better. But what can you do? What can you do? Next up, we have more Superman set photos, 10,814 views. That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a top 5. Okay, number 6 is another short talking about the opening weekend for Deadpool and Wolverine, making $438 million. And number 7 was a video I talked about how I got something from Comic Tom, and it was some exclusive variants, and it had some streaks in it, and there were some issues. I titled it well, made a great thumbnail, and I'm excited about the views, but it actually ended up being not a big deal at all, honestly. 9,297 views. Next up was where to buy comic books online. This is another video I didn't really think would do that well, but it did. 9,121 views. I made that, I don't even know what year I made that. I want to say it was like 2020, 2021, 2019, somewhere in there. Definitely want to say it's probably 2020 or 2021 though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, number 9 was my movie review of Inside Out 2. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was like one of the best movies. I thought it was just okay. And then number 10 was my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Sorry, my movie review of Inside Out 2, 8,478 views. Number 10, Deadpool and Wolverine, 8,274 views. So as you can see, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of my top 10 most viewed videos of all time are shorts. That is no surprise considering everyone likes shorts, short videos, and most of my views were off of shorts. But yeah, that's exciting. What's interesting is when I'm looking at my watch time here, 34,620 watch time hours, though watch time for shorts do not count for your monetization. And I wanted to say this earlier and I forgot, that a lot of my views on YouTube were when I was not monetized. I had a lot more views and obviously watch time. In fact, obviously I got demonetized. I was like right below the 4,000 hour watch time threshold for like almost a whole year because videos kept dropping off. So I had to do more videos. And obviously, like I talked about earlier, it took a 1.5 years to finally get monetized with 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watched. So a lot of my views came before I actually had ads. And so I actually feel like I probably would have made a lot more money, obviously, if I would have started with 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watched. But unless you're like a celebrity or a big time influencer, you're not really going to start already at the, the monetization threshold. So I did want to mention that. All right, guys, that is today's video. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys to anyone that's ever watched my channel, supported me, subscribed, liked, commented, been a channel member. Any of you guys, thank you guys so much for supporting me, supporting the channel. I've had a great time here, and I hope to continue doing so here in the future. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, go Cats!
Cowabunga! It's morphin' time!